Hey, my lovely people, this is Tatiana Tarot. I'm hitting you up with another tarot energy forecast for this week, the week of Monday 16th to Sunday the 22nd of May. Thank you for tuning in. I'm hitting you up again in the Adirondack Mountains. It's windy. We got Mama Oya up in here. Anyway, it's been kind of freezing, and I didn't want to take this video inside of a cafe for now because reception up here with T-Mobile is a little skeptical, a little sketch. So I'm doing it outside, but hopefully let us pray that nothing gets blown away from me and I don't get blown away, my little tiny ass. Anyway, thank you for staying in contact with me. Thank you for hitting me up, for your massive emails, for all the love and the appreciation. I really thoroughly enjoy doing this. I really feel like a lot of people can service from spiritual consultation or insight and guidance, and I just really appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. So thank you so much. But like always, I'm going to be pulling out a card for every 2 days, and then one card for the last 3 days of the weekend. So one for Monday and Tuesday, another one for Wednesday and Thursday, and another one for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, closing it off with the Isis Oracle. I gotta wear my shades because it's really bright and I'm gonna be blinded. So the Isis Oracle, I don't even know if you can see her, by Alana Fairchild. This deck has been really profound in healing, causing radical shifts and helping people with their personal lives. And I've just been really gravitated towards it. I use a bunch of decks, but she's my go-to right now. Plus, I have a strong affinity for ancient Kemet and Kemetic knowledge, and Isis is my woman. Like, she's my goddess. I work with her a lot. I work with her frequencies a lot. So I guess she's just really a force that wants to make herself known around this time. So I want everybody to center themselves in their heart. Really, the space of expansion, the space where you get to connect with your most divine self. And drop your consciousness from your head to your center. You know where it is. You know how to do it very naturally. And from this center, I want you to take a couple of clear breaths, deep breaths. And then while you're taking those breaths, clear out any energy that you have inside of you. Make the intention to empty out your vessel, to allow pure divine light to fill you in and to fill you with any knowledge that you most need to know that's for your highest good. Before we even start with this session, I always advise people to whip out pen and paper. Any inspiration that you get while you see this video, jot it down. I'm a big stickler for writing things down. I really just like to capture, you know, information and inspiration and make sure it doesn't go anywhere so I could take advantage of it when it's the right time to do so. So while I'm yapping, you may get insight from so-and-so, somebody that you're thinking about might pop in your head. Everything is interrelated and nothing is not to be validated for yourself. Everything has a purpose and a reason for it to surface up in your brain. So you might want to jot this down as something out of your curiosity, something you may want to follow up with in the near future, or maybe you'll connect the dots for yourself a little bit after the video. But yeah, so grab your notebook or take a recording or what have you. To something that you can really track down your thoughts with. So let's get into this session. Oh, we're getting winded here. I can't with Mother Nature. Anyway, let me charge the cards. So I ask the highest good for Spirit to come through for all of us. And I ask Spirit, what is it that we most need to know for Monday the 16th and Tuesday the 17th. Vale. Getting tight sitting on this wooden frozen chair. Spirit, what's going on for Monday and Tuesday? What is it that we most need to know now? Please give us clarity and guidance for the highest good of all involved. What should we know for our personal path? And development, spiritual development, psychic development, anything that we most need to hear at this time. Okay. Get for you. So we've got the 5 of Cups. All right, this one's going to be quite interesting because this speaks about victimization. This speaks about where we give our power away, what we complain about. No complaining. How can we own our realities and own our circumstances as if we've chosen them? Because in some aspect, we are still lending our energy, and our thoughts and our behaviors are still kind of playing a role with our present circumstance. So we're kind of integrating ourselves in our powers to what is going on right now. We're still kind of co-creating. All right. So the Five of Cups speaks about not dwelling in the past, not looking down, and not feeling sorry for yourself. So anything that pops up in terms of guilt, resentment, any situation that's been lingering on in your energy field that you need to clear out, now is the time to do so. And it might just bring your attention today, the 16th, or tomorrow, the 17th. So this is something that is going to pop up in your psyche, pop up in your consciousness, just to let you know that you need healing, just to let you know that you're not quite over the situation, or maybe there's some sort of internal battle that you're facing that you still need to kind of accept and realize and find out what the message is for you there. Excuse me. So with the Five of Cups, the cups usually represents the feminine energy, emotions, feelings, things that may be unsettling, very discomforting for us. Not all emotions and feelings are uncomfortable, but people do have a fear for a feeling a type of way. You need to know what you're feeling so that you can clear it up and feel better. Or maybe that type of way that you're feeling is the best that you can feel. And so maybe you need to accept it and see what kind of information that sort of intuitive vibration is telling you. The point is, when you're feeling stuck, when you're feeling frustrated, when you're feeling angry, when you're feeling upset, when you feel the need to complain, don't victimize yourself by staring down at what has happened in the past, lost opportunity, mistakes, things that were out of your control that necessarily didn't fall in your favor. Rather, look at your advantage point. Look at what you are carrying. Look at the positivity that you exude. What are your assets in your immediate circumstance? What is working for you in the present moment? Find the advantage in the present moment, because not everything seemingly has an advantage point, but there are two sides to a coin. There's a positive and a negative. So within the negative construct, you can find something positive, and within the positive construct, you can theoretically find something negative. It just really depends on what kind of perspective you want to give the world and what kind of perspective you're choosing to live your life on. So this card is kind of bringing mindfulness to the areas where you deliberately like to feel stuck, or you complain, or you give your power away as if you don't know what to do. In certain circumstances, we can always help ourselves. We can always try to find a solution by getting out of the problem and thinking proactively. Or maybe there's nothing that you need to do. Maybe you just need to accept it and move on. Maybe that's just it. But the answer will come to you. When you know that there's nothing possibly within your power to change, then just allow the universe to really handle the circumstances for you. You can even ask your guides. And I always preface it with for the highest good of all involved, because we all have different guides, and there's a numerous amount of vibrations they can represent from the lowest to the highest. So the highest good of all involved, just make sure that you don't get screwed over, and no one around you gets screwed over either, because that, karma comes back around. So you want to make sure that you're getting the good end of the stick. Any more information that this card is giving me? Let's see. I really hope that you can see this clearly, because I'm like, from here, it looks like it's washed out. But doing the best here, so hang tight, boo-boo. You're closer to your castle than you think. So your final destination, in terms of the journey, don't look at what is not working for you. Rather, look at what is working for you, because little do you know, there is a bridge that's right next to you that can lead you directly to the destination you want to go. But the fact that you're looking down, feeling boo-hoo, sorry for yourself, really pondering about something that you can't pick up, you can't sweep this up, you can't mop it up and then put it back into the cup. So what's the point in focusing on it? You're going to be wasting your time. You're going to be wasting your energy. And it's a sign to the universe that you don't know how to help yourself. So the universe is not going to give you anything to help yourself with. And it's not going to be proactive to help you out if that's the sort of frequency that you're exuding. You like that. You're choosing that for yourself. So the universe is going to be like, okay, so more situations where you feel helpless, because that's clearly what you want. That's what you're asking for. So you want to be mindful of particular dynamics in your life, whether that be other relationships with people, the relationship to your money, the relationship to your own self-esteem. Where do you feel as if you're not motivated enough, and find how can you motivate yourself? What is it that you can do to help yourself in the present circumstance? What is it that you're not happy about, and why are you complaining? So you kind of need to know your whys and how it makes you feel, and what you can do in the present moment to change that, and what you would ideally like to feel, so that you can notice the shift from how you were feeling to where you want to feel in the near future. So that is for Monday and Tuesday. Let's look up Wednesday, the 18th, and Thursday, the 19th. So we have Spirit to come through. Ooh. There's really nowhere to drive to here in the mountains. Like, I don't know why people are wilding out in the cars trying to go so fast. It's really nowhere to go over here. It's not like New York City. It should be no rush. Anyway, Wednesday and Thursday. Let's get Wednesday and Thursday out. Spirit, let us know what we most need to know for the highest good of all involved. I ask you to come out, fam. Ooh la la. Well, Mother's Day already passed, but this is not too dissimilar for the Mother's Day theme. The Empress. The Empress is a really, really dope energy. She represents the great mother, the great potential, our ability to be receptive to the divine, our ability to recognize that we are the divine. The Empress deals with a lot of sexuality, sensuality, and creativity. The unity between masculine and feminine energy creates. What are you creating in your life? She is coming in with a bang to really reveal a lot of truth about the feminine aspect of yourself. Even if you're a masculine, even if you're a dude, even if you're a male, you still have feminine energy. Even if you're a female, you still have masculine energy. We're composed of both aspects. There's just no way around it. So the Empress really tells you that you're in a path of great success, and you should be creating things out of your ass all the time. And I mean that in the best way possible. I mean, like, she is coming out saying you're going to be completely inspired to change your wardrobe, write a novel, film a movie, start acting, start singing. You may be inspired to change your lifestyle. Or maybe actually be feeling yourself a little bit more, feeling a little bit more provocative, and you're willing to take the risks that you want to take for your creative endeavors, for your vision. This is the visionary card, right? So now is the time to be very receptive to what the divine wants to give you. If you've been asking for a multi-million dollar idea, and then the Empress comes out, well, she's going to bring that your way. You just got to be the open vessel to receive. You got to make sure that you're not thinking any subliminal things and subconscious blockages that are going to stop you from receiving the greatness that you are and that you deserve, basically. The Empress does deal with a lot of feminine energy, so be mindful of the interactions you have with females, particularly on Wednesday and Thursday. I feel like this is a sensitivity, a new height and a new sensitivity that you're reaching amongst your female relationships. Either you just understand yourself a little bit more through the eyes of other women, or you feel a little bit more in tune with this feminine energy. You feel more compassionate and sensitive and really at ease with it. It's a time of relaxation. It's a time to give back to yourself. If you're too tired, what can you do to show yourself a little bit more love? What can you do to be proactive with your own healing? She also talks about healing in terms of motherhood. If you were not raised by your mama, if you were mistreated by your mama, maybe, or not even that, like, what if somebody cheated on you hardcore? Or you're having issues with women. This presents an opportunity for you to heal, particularly around this time. The Empress is a really dynamic and powerful card. It is saying that women are coming out in the forefront to lead, to be authoritative figures. Don't be intimidated, just let it happen. This is also saying you are very much an authoritative, great force in and of itself. You have to trust this divine wisdom that you have inside of you. And it's as simple as shutting your mouth and listening to what you have to say to yourself. And hopefully these are good things. You want to listen when the message is positive, when it's light, and when it resonates with your spirit. Otherwise, any other messages that tell you that you need to protect yourself, that tell you that you need to do X, Y, and Z, that you're not good enough, that maybe, you need to act a certain way that isn't necessarily organic or natural or doesn't resonate with you, that's coming from a lower frequency. And so we always have these entities, spirits, lower frequencies, even our thought patterns can exhibit this from time to time. That is not the Empress. That is you picking up on something weaker than you, and you are always the person that holds all the power, so you can always give your belief away to whatever it is you want to give away to. You have free will, so this is your liberty. Hopefully you're working more so in tune with your own power and your own ability to choose rightfully for yourself, and for your highest good. But the Empress seems to want to bestow on you a lot of valuable gifts, and she wants to show you, she wants to mirror to you your own influence and your own greatness and your own force, your own power. I know I've been using that word a lot today, but really this is the power of almost as if you don't really need to take action on things, you just need to realize your potency. You need to realize how grand you are just by merely existing. What are the possibilities? What is the probability of you existing on this planet? That's like freaking almost impossible compared to all the millions of sperms that are trying to make it. Anyway, she comes bearing in a lot of positivity, lots of healing, lots of hope, and lots of amazing signs for the future that things are working out in your favor. You just got to kind of align yourself again with the person that you are. Not compromise on your well-being. Don't say yes to things you really don't want to do, and don't say no to things that you really want to say yes to. Basically, being in alignment and walking with integrity and acting with integrity, knowing what is fair to you, and ultimately knowing yourself so intimately that no one can really fuck with you, because everyone's an irrelevant peasant, and it doesn't matter what they say. You know who you are, and you know what you stand and you abide by, and you know what you're living for, and you're walking in your purpose and your light. So the Empress is really dope. She's going to provide you something really grand in the middle of the week. But before we close off this session, we want to know what is going on for this weekend. And so I'm going to pull out a card for the 21st, the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This weekend, I gotta say this weekend, not the weekend, because that will be a reading for someone else. What is it that you gotta say to us for the highest good of all involved? I saw my homeboy walking around here, and I think he just disappeared. Oh, okay. This is really neat. This is a really good card. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles here. Really, really rad card. Really badass card. It means that you're excuse me, I can't speak. Ready to put in the work where the work is due. It does show you hustling. Okay. I saw this meme that says creatives hustle harder. Well, you know what? All these ideas that you're getting within the middle of the week, all these great ideas that you're receiving from the Empress, you want to take immediate action on. If it's within your priorities, if it's something that you can do right now. The 8 of Pentacles does ensure prosperity, a sense of stability, a sense of determination, and commitment to yourself above all. So this may be como se dice, this may be very favorable for those who own their own business, for those who are freelancers, creatives, artists, people that work for themselves, or even if they don't, you may want to, even if you don't, you may want to get started on something that fulfills you, fills your cup, maybe a hobby that you want to further study on. This is effort. But when you like what you're doing, you don't mind doing it. So find your passion, essentially. This is that card where you're slaving away on a very positive way. You're slaving away and you're investing in yourself and you're investing in your own energy. And you're also gaining a lot of knowledge and a lot of substance out of it. So all your energy spent is not in vain, because you're seeing you're collecting these cards. And it says practice makes perfect. So it does kind of tell you to practice a craft over and over, so those neurons in your brain connect faster and you can articulate yourself faster and you can do the work faster, and it really shows for itself. You create a name for yourself. You create a sort of aura that you give out when people know that you're putting in the work and you own it and you love it and you're very passionate about it. So this card is just really, really super awesome. It may calculate, it may have you calculating a plan, behind the scenes plan. So you want to do this, but you're doing this. How can you start incorporating this into your daily schedule? You may want to write it down so you have enough time for yourself, to bring that into your lifestyle. This card also talks about resources around you that you can learn from, and I feel like I always revisit this in every video. Videos, tapes, books. What can make you better? How can you be the best you in your craft? That is basically the essence of this card. Is you're not working just to make money, but you're working for a legacy. You're working to make a difference, right? Yep. Oh, yes, that's so. Even my computer's moving. You're working to make a difference. So how are you going to make that difference? What else can you incorporate into your craft that, kind of separates you from everyone else that's doing the same thing? What makes you you? What makes you unique? What makes you passionate and consistently motivated? This card sometimes does have to deal with sacrifice. We don't always have the luxury when we're really doing something that we're putting our heart and soul into, and we're very seriously committed to it, and there's an end result that we're trying to get to. There's no reason to party before you get to the end result. There's no reason to say hi to 15 million people and get distracted. So what is it that you're really willing to sacrifice on in order to reach your dream? That is that card. And I see you making great connections this weekend, especially with all the bendiciones that the Empress is bringing you. You have to own it, because this Empress is up there. She's not a queen. A queen is like beneath her. She is almost a goddess in the sense that she knows she can make anything happen. She knows the universal mind and that everyone is connected to the universal mind. So she knows her power. She knows that her thoughts are power. She knows that her presence is power. So she's never belittling any information that she's getting. She's never second guessing herself. She's never compromising herself, because she really sees herself as a high and powerful being. And you know why? It's because she's worked a lot to get there. There's a hierarchy in tarot. So you start off as the page, and then you go on to being the knight, and then you go on to being a king or a queen, and then ultimately you're the emperor or the empress. So she is saying you already got it. You already got the juice. You're already up there. You just need to trust it and now start putting in the work to support the fact that you already have it, because it's not just going to instantly manifest itself. You need to support yourself in some way. You need to prove to the universe that you're ready to receive all the blessings that you've been asking for. So that being said, it should be a really amazing week for you. Thank you, Papa Legba, for making that happen. I'm going to pull out a card to kind of summarize the week. Oh, good. Did the sun go down a little bit? Yeah, you can see me. I'm going to pull out a card to summarize the week from the Isis Oracle deck. And we're going to see what's going on here. Excuse me. So, Spirit, Papa Legba, since you already popped into my brain, Let us know what we most need to know right now for the week. What is the guide for the week? What is the word? What is the gospel? Let us see. I got this in the car when I was coming here. That's so crazy. So this one says, Truth Unveiled. The revelation of Isis, the goddess. Not the assholes. Truth Unveiled. So obviously, like I said, there's a lot of information that's coming through. This is why it's good to write things down. I don't like to keep things in my brain. I worry a lot about my clients. I worry a lot about myself. I'm also getting a lot of information. I channel and receive energy. If I keep it up here, we're going to have issues. I'm not going to be able to do what I do best. So I write it down. This is what's going to be happening. You're going to get a lot of information in terms of what you've been asking for, what you've been putting out there. If you want a new job, you're probably getting the inspiration to go up and leave. Is it the right time to leave your job unexpectedly and be spontaneous? Yes to some, no to other people. It's really contingent on your logical faculties and your heart. And you got to really marry that together. You can't just go woo-woo, I'm just going to go with the flow. Sometimes that works. It really does. But most of the time we need to stay grounded and balanced and kind of have a plan. So let's say that was an example of inspiration that may be coming to you. Also, the type of energy that is surrounding you right now. You may find out more information about people. You may find out more information about yourself in terms of what's popping up emotionally. Maybe there's a particular person that you can't necessarily let go of, that you need to know, why am I emotionally and energetic attached to them. It's not just enough to do this energy medicine and cut off the cords and still think about them consistently without knowing what is spirit trying to tell you there. So you want to write these things down. But let us see what this card is really trying to reveal to us. It's got a lot of information that I'm going to read out of the booklet here, and potentially a ritual that we can practice to bring about the card's power. Okay. Truth revealed. Truth unveiled, excuse me. And it is kind of difficult to do this with these cat nails. The revelation of Isis. Okay, listen up. There are times when appearances of people, places, and things are truly deceptive. You will sense this when something feels uncomfortable within you, when you notice feelings of anxiety or doubt within you. You may think that there's something wrong with you, but actually you are intuitively sensing that all is not as it appears to be. It is wise to trust your inner feeling rather than being convinced by outward appearance. There is a situation in your life, especially involving relationships, where something is not as it is being made out to be. To avoid undue suffering later on, Isis guides you to truth and revelation now. The revelation of Isis is needed when something or someone is not as it outwardly appears to be. No matter how sacred it may seem, a spiritual person, a family relationship, a shared history, there are times when, although it is more painful to admit the truth in the short term, in the long term, it will save you much suffering and feelings of being duped, misled, manipulated, used, or abused. It will also grow, it would also grow, nope. It will also make it more likely that the situation or relationship can grow into a healthier expression if possible. You cannot heal what is not revealed. That's powerful. Isis is with you now to help you realize the truths, to admit that you probably already sensed it anyway, and to make wise use of these revelations now. The Oracle of Truths Unveiled speaks of a time soon to come when you will realize true perception. What you thought was trustworthy, legitimate, or reliable may turn to sand, crumbling before your eyes. This may be a friendship, a job, an offer of some kind, or even the behavior of a loved one, causing you to question the real commitment or respect in a family or romantic relationship. What is important here is to realize that when you see the truth, you can act appropriately. You will not proceed with inappropriate expectations, and you can reassess your boundaries and priorities to get the most out of a situation and not suffer undue disappointment later on. Isis was betrayed by her brother Set, who out of his great jealousy murdered her beloved Osiris. Now Isis was able to demonstrate great spiritual strength and healing power to resurrect her beloved Osiris, and not all was lost. She also learned a painful and valuable lesson, that it is wise to take our intuitive feelings seriously and to recognize a snake in the grass when there is one. When pregnant with her divine child Horus, she ran and hid him from Set, recognizing that he was destructive and dangerous, honoring what she knew and not pretending that it would all just be fine. And in doing so, her child was able to be born. In the same way, there are creative impulses and new life within you that need to be protected until they are strong enough to withstand negativity or undermining by another out of jealousy or fear. Even a close friend who you love and loves you may struggle with your creative side, perhaps because they have yet to tap into their own creativity. It is best to be honest with yourself and know that sometimes, out of sense and kindness, the fragile creative beginnings of a project or a new habit or interest need to be protected. Don't put your juice out, because you never know how people are. Protect your magic. Like Isis, you must protect that which needs it by recognizing where something or someone could harm rather than nourish new life. You are being guided with this oracle to trust your judgment about someone's motivations or intentions. If you feel something is not quite right, then give your discernment a chance to more fully form so that you can see the truth. The more emotionally detached you allow yourself to be, the clearer your assessment of a person, situation, or offer is likely to be. If you have been thinking that you already see the truth in a situation, this oracle is a confirmation of the accuracy of that perception, and that further confirmation that you are seeing something accurately will soon be given if requested. Ask for revelation and be patient. Clear perception is a mean eminence and will help you make wise choices. So now, pause, reflect on that, jot down your notes, because I'm about to read the ritual and the incantation, and that may be a little bit lengthy for you. But the ritual for the revelation of Isis is sitting comfortably in a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Close your eyes and say out loud 3 times. I call upon Isis who loves me unconditionally. I call upon you 3 times, beloved guide and priestess. Can you say that 3 times, okay? As you focus on your breath and allow your awareness to turn within, become aware of a set of sheer curtains wafting lightly in your heart space. Behind these curtains is the truth about any person, place, situation, relationship, or opportunity that you wish to perceive. Say out loud, Isis, who loves me unconditionally, please show me the truth without fear so that I may have clear perception and wise action on this matter now. Stay in your heart and watch for the curtains. If you are ready and willing and able to see beyond them, they will open for you and you will be able to see the truth presented. The truth may appear as literal or symbolic. Stay in your heart so that you can best understand the vision given to you. It may make sense immediately and instinctively in your gut, or you may need time to sit with what you have seen and sensed, which is also just fine. Also, I want to interject, not all guidance is clearly understood. It may make no sense whatsoever. Follow your instincts on that guidance anyway, because not everything is going to be like a literal translation of what you're asking for. So just be open to other streams of information, and don't judge it, don't limit it through your judgment, and write it down and write what your feelings and your intuition is on what you've received. Follow it. Have faith. You may also simply have a clear knowing or feeling or emotion in your heart without a vision, and that is helpful too. When you are ready, just open your eyes. If you do not have a clear answer, be patient and attempt the ritual at another time, remembering that sometimes the truths will come unexpectedly when we're not looking for them at all. They will just drop into our awareness, and we shall just know. Doing this ritual, even without immediate revelation, is a prayer to Isis in and of itself, telling her that you are ready for her assistance. Your answers will come. Now here's the incantation for the revelation of Isis. This incantation can be repeated several times, gaining speed as you get used to the words. Feel the energy in the words as you speak aloud. You are requesting revelation, but for it to happen truthfully and with the least distortion, you also need to accept the timing of how the revelation comes to you. It may be at a time of chanting, or it may be at another time entirely. Your prayer will be answered. Trust. You can add this incantation to the end of the ritual above, or use it as a tool on its own. So here it is. Give me with your vision now. End the distortion or the vow that blocks the eye within my brow. I receive the knowing clear, without doubt, shame, or fear. Lies and deceptions disappear. Revelation of Isis come to me swift. Thank you for the sight, the truth, the gift. Confusion into clarity. I now do shift. And so it is, Ashe. I hope you enjoyed this session. I surely did. Thank you for spending time with me. I love you all. You guys are great. If you want to book a session with me, I'm all booked out this week. But stay tuned. I'm heading to New Orleans, so I'm going to be broadcasting there, some periscopes and doing some readings there. And if you do want a session, I'm available next week. Hit me up on my website, www.myurbanillumination.com. Sending you many bendiciones and blessings and kisses and good wishes and lots of inspiration and dynamic energy your way. Ashe. Peace.